tell me about the outfit. I saw the trailer. Can I just have a little complaint here before you launch?
Okay.
I saw the trailer and I feel like I saw the whole movie. And I don't know if you saw the trailer.
Yes, I have. I really like the trailer. The trailer is really good.
Tell me about the movie.
Yeah, so Mark Rylance stars in it. He plays a tailor who owns a shop in like 1950s Chicago gang operated Chicago. And he is aligned with the Boyle family, but kind of as not involved, but only involved in the fact that there's a drop box in the back of his store that the Boyle family uses to communicate. That's his really only involvement with the mob at this point. He has a secretary played by Zoey Deutch. I don't have the quite perfect pronunciation of her name, but the two of them run this tailor shop, and obviously he makes suits for the mob as well. And so there's a package that has been dropped off from the outfit, and we learn what that is. But it's very important to the Boyle family, specifically the son of the main mobster and his associate, whose name is Julian. This is the names I remember. So life goes on until one day Julian and the son walk in. Son is shot. Looks like a gang war is about to start. There's a package they have that has to be protected, and so the tailor starts sewing up Julian, sews up the son, gets him better, and then soon just kind of intrigue plays out. And what you find out is the Mark Rylance character, the tailor, he's not what you think he is. I think the theme going into this movie, into the story, is underestimated. You don't really know who this guy is, but slowly, certain skills start coming out that just shows that he's not what you think. He's a lot smarter than most people, and he starts playing the son and his partner off against each other, and then he plays. So there's this mystery that unravels as to what's in this package. Why it's so important. There's conflict in terms of Zoey Deutch's character. Life and death is on the line here, and I'll say this: this is a very specific movie. It's one of those "it's not for me" type movies. If anything I'm saying sounds interesting to you, you probably will have a good time at the movie. But it's small cast. It takes place all in one location. I think there's only 7 people in it. A lot of talking, and it's just one of those mystery movies where things just slowly get revealed. And I think the high points of the movie occurs whenever a new revelation is dropped. And so, but I think at the end, when it was all said and done, when it comes to a mystery movie, you want one that you can go back, watch again, and pick up clues. And I'm not getting that sense with this movie. I didn't walk away feeling enamored or awe-inspired by the story. It's good, and I don't think it's for everybody. But again, I think if anything I've said resonates with you, then go ahead and see the movie. But otherwise, it'll show up on a streaming platform somewhere, and you can watch it there.
It felt to me when I saw the trailer that this is a streaming movie. Like, this is a movie that I don't know if I would rush to theaters. You're saying it was good, but did your voice go up an octave?
Yeah,
good.
What people will learn about me is, I tend to like movies that aren't flawed or aren't bad in a certain, in a overt way. So, I'll sit through your story, I'll watch it, and then I'll be done with it. And I think the sad thing about it is there's really no reason for me to want to go back and see this movie again.
No, I saw the trailer and I was like, yeah, I don't want to see this movie. I was not intrigued. And I really like Mark Rylance as an actor.
He's very good. He's
very good, but like I looked at it and I was like, well, Alan, if we have to divide and conquer here, You go see that. I'm going to see X, and I think I made the right choice. We'll
Yeah,
get to that.
there's a trend in the movies you give me to see. So
Yeah, it's all the movies I don't want to see. That's
yeah,
the
exactly.
that's the thread. Is like, yeah, I don't want to see that. That looks. Although I was invited to a screening earlier this week, and I was just like, the weird thing was, I'm just like, yeah, I would have to drive, and then I would have
Yeah.
to waste. I would have to waste precious gas. I feel like we're living in Mad Max times, but we just don't have like the leather outfits and the assless chaps yet. But
Mhm.
we're getting very close to, because I'm hearing like weird reports of like people like drilling into gas tanks and like stealing gas. Like
Yeah.
this is happening through LA. I don't know if anyone in the chat has heard of, these are local news stories. Local news is pretty much the only news I trust anymore because it's just real plain and simple. This store got robbed and here's some footage. There's a high-speed chase on the freeway and we're chasing that person. Like it's like you can kind of see things unfold, or you can see things with your own eyes, and the stories are very cut and dry and simple. And the stealing gas story, it's just like, I mean, look, I've got a fuel efficient car, and I'm just like, I cannot believe what it costs to fill up a tank. Every time I fill up a tank, I'm like, that's that's a PS4 game I could have bought. Like
Yeah.
every time, it's like 60 plus bucks. So
Oh
I
my
don't
god. You're giving me you're
know.
triggering me. No, I have a fuel inefficient car,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's murder. I mean, we're getting to the point where I'm paying $100 to fill a tank.
Jesus. Well,
Yeah.
Cameron Belt says, "Fly, you fools!" From California. That is. Yeah. If I could get a
Yeah.
U-Haul. No, basically what I've done is just like, just sort of, held back like certain things that I would do or normally like get at the grocery store. I'm like, that's a luxury. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And
Yeah.
you know, going to see a movie that I'm mildly interested in is on that list. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I might start doing a thing where like it's a twofer. Like I go to the movies on a Thursday and try to see two movies, in the same day. That might be a better way to
That's
go.
a good
But
idea. I mean,
yeah,
I was invited to the Lost City today, and I'm like, I don't want to drive to Century City in
yeah, right,
traffic.
yeah, yeah. No, I got tickets for it next week. I'm looking forward to that. I've talked to a couple of people who've seen The Lost City, and they say it's going to be a huge hit. Like it's
Oh,
just like a dumb adventure comedy. I mean, it's basically a remake of Romancing the Stone, effectively. I mean,
yeah.
with like some extra twists. But Gabriel says, "Ha ha! Soon we'll start getting those bandits that wear skulls as ornaments and whatnot." So, oh my God, that's right. Yeah, no, God, I watched The Road Warrior a couple weeks ago, and I was like, God, this movie holds up. It's one of those movies that I look at. I mean, I saw it in the theater when it first came out in the 80s, back
Yeah.
then, and it's just like it's such a perfect film. There's like nothing I would change about it. It does feel a little dated in the sense that, like, when you look at Fury Road and what those effects are like, but like, dang, it's just spot on perfect, and every bit part is just awesome. And
Yeah.
Lord Humongous, I would love to go dressed as Lord Humongous to the gas station. We take the gas. Just walk away. Just walk away. We take the gas. Just oh man, I love that film. I don't know. I don't know what people in the chat think of it. Rewatch that movie now. It's funny. But and Toxic Waltz, and it's as close as Trader Joe's for me is an hour away. My
Ooh.
monthly trip will have to skip a time. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. I'm just like, and also I feel very fortunate. I live in a walkable neighborhood. So, and I used to live walking distance to a movie theater, and I no longer, because that movie theater is closed. It was the ArcLight in Pasadena, and that was my movie theater. That was the movie I go on Thursdays or whatever, and I just go see. There's a rumor it may reopen as an AMC. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Bill 4393 is back. Hey, Chris. Good to see you, Bill. And let's see, Gabriel. It always surprises me how different the first Mad Max was compared to the sequels. Yeah, the first Mad Max was like almost like feels like a student film. Like it wasn't, it was just sort of, and what was interesting is how they use footage from that. It's a good thing that first Mad Max movie exists, because they use footage from it to kind of set up the character of Max in the second film, in the Road Warrior, which was in Australia, of course, and I think other territories it was just Mad Max 2, right? But like, I love how they use some black and white footage from that to, like, you know, in the, well, I mean, they make it black and white in the Road Warrior. It's really cool. Good setup.
Yeah, I think Blair Witch
Road
Project
Warrior
was
was
the same.
excellent. Yes.
Yeah, I think Blair Witch Project was the same thing. You know, it's like the first one clearly is an independent film, and you know, I saw a documentary where they talked about when they did the sequel, they realized there's no way they can recapture that genie in the bottle, and so the sequel became just pretty much a straightforward narrative with a big budget.
Right. And Infinite Main says 2 will enter, 1 will leave. See, that's, I don't know. Beyond Thunderdome is kind of cheesy. It definitely, you know, was influenced by MTV and music videos. So
Has one of the greatest music videos coming out of it.
that's true. Cameron Belt says, I feel like Fury Road is overrated. I was very whelmed by it. Maybe he means underwhelmed. I still haven't watched the originals, though. You got to watch the originals. Cameron Belt, come on.